Hey, so I've been getting a lot of questions regarding meditation. So I figured that I would make a video, make it a little bit easier, and hopefully the information helps. So, for starting a meditation practice, my biggest suggestion would be start where you are. You do not have to have any experience with meditation or yoga or breathing. You just kind of start and you learn a lot along the way. So, consistency is really key here. You want to make sure that you are doing it every single day and making it more of a routine or a habit rather than a little bit here. Sometimes I do it here, every once in a while when I have time. So that happens pretty often, but finding consistency, and that can be really intimidating at first. So my biggest suggestion is to start small. Start with a daily meditation of 5 minutes. So we can all spare 5 minutes of our day. So taking that 5 minutes and working with it. And then maybe after a while, 5 minutes doesn't feel so long, so you can up it to 10 minutes or 20 or maybe 30 minutes, whatever you want to meditate for. So you work your way up, but it's consistent every single day. And maybe that means you wake up 5, 10, 20 minutes earlier than you normally do to take that time for yourself to really connect and find your meditation time. So my biggest suggestion would to be do it in the morning. Reason being, you're freshly from your sleep. You don't really have any external stimulus to drift your thoughts in any specific direction. So going to the bathroom, come sit down, do your meditation, and just go with it. I feel like this is the best time because you can really set your intention and your tone for the day. You really start to get into your body, feeling more connected, and it's actually really energizing as well. I notice that after I'm done with meditation, even if I wake up pretty tired, I feel actually very good for my day, which is awesome. So definitely a morning practice, but if you really can't commit to doing a morning practice, then just find the time and do it consistently on a daily basis so it feels more like a routine rather than something that you just do occasionally. So also let go of the concept that you can't have any thoughts. So I hear a lot of people say that, I sit down and I just have all these thoughts and I just can't find that stillness. So that's okay. Your brain is supposed to think. It's actually doing its job for you. What our job is to just let it do it without being attached to any specific thoughts or feeling like you have to be invested into these thoughts. Just be the observer, see what's happening, and let it be. So recognize we all have these same thoughts and frustrations. We just learn to work our way through them with time, and it does become easier. So when it comes to your actual meditation, I feel like there's really a couple different ways to go about it. First is a guided meditation. So there's different ways to guide your meditation, and I feel like ultimately this is probably one of the easier ways to go about meditation because you're really focused in on whatever it is that you're doing. So the first one would be following the breath. So this is really helpful since the breath is such a gateway into your bodies or into your practice, into your self-understanding. So breathing. When you follow the breath, maybe when you sit there in your meditation with your eyes closed, you start to count the length of your breaths. So you're counting the length of your inhales and your exhales. And then slowly you start to build the breath equally, inhales and exhales, and you count a little bit longer each time and just start to naturally build the breath. And by following and counting each time, you stay really focused, you stay really present and really connected into those moments. So breathing is a really, really good tool. Another one is creating a mantra or mantras. So basically you're repeating a phrase or a word or a sound over and over again. So let's say, for instance, I am whole, I am connected, I am loved, whatever you choose to use. Usually they're very positive kind of empowering phrases that you can use. So pair it up with your breath. So think maybe with each inhale, I am whole. And each exhale, say to yourself, I am connected. And just keep repeating that with each breath in and each breath out. And as you are saying these things, really feel the energy that comes from behind it. Feel the breath naturally building. So this is really good as well for staying really focused. Another good one, guided imagery. So when you close your eyes, visualize something that brings you a feeling of peace or serenity, something that makes you feel really calm and comforted. So this can help with just a relaxing process and being able to let yourself go. So once you've created that image, you can actually put yourself into this image and you can really experience, how it would feel to walk on the sand, how it would feel to have the breeze blowing against your skin, or what you're smelling, or the feeling of the water, and just put yourself in this actual image and play it out in a very relaxing way. So this also allows you to channel your thoughts and become more focused, but also very present and aware in what you're doing. The breath will naturally start to deepen as well. And lastly, intentional. So I really love this one a lot when I go into my meditations, is I go into it with intention. And I usually set an intention for each time I go into it as well, kind of what I'm working towards. So maybe it is what you're working towards or what you're working through in your life, but you're setting that intention. Maybe you're just setting it for that one particular meditation session, or maybe you want it to carry out through your day or however long you want it to go. But by creating this intention, you're focused just on that one specific thing. And as you focus on it, you're creating it. So I feel like you're putting all of your energy into this one thing and then play it out. So whatever your intention is, like maybe, today I just want to be more lighthearted. I just want to have more fun. I just want to enjoy, then focus your entire day going in a way that you feel like you're enjoying, that you're really embracing those moments to meet your intention. And as you play by play through your entire day of how it's going to go in regards to your intention, it's almost as though you're manifesting and you're creating that reality, so that when you're done with your meditation, you're going through your day and you already know how it can feel. So you're taking that feeling with you, carrying it through your day. So the second way of going about your meditation, which to me is a little bit more challenging, but definitely achievable, is unguided meditation. So you're not going into it thinking anything in particular, or you don't have an intention. You just literally close your eyes, sit up tall, breathe naturally, and you just sit there with whatever happens. So you're going to get a lot of thoughts. It's going to flood in because you're not directing your focus. So when you let it just go, notice these thoughts are happening, and we have the choice. We can attach ourselves to these specific things and get fully invested into these thoughts, or we can choose to just be the observer and sit back and kind of watch everything as it's happening. So it's almost like being entertained by our own thoughts and just being still with ourselves. So I think when we think about meditation, we think, oh, it's just such a stillness and peaceful vibe. And it very much is, but think of it more that you are still within yourself while a lot is happening. So like I said, you have distractions around, you have sounds, and then even in your own head, you have all these thoughts, and you're able to just sit there, find that stillness, breathe through it, and remain unattached. But even if you notice your mind starts to wander, let go of the control. You just allow it all to happen. You just kind of go with the flow. So the reason this can seem more challenging is when you're sitting in it, time for me personally goes by a little bit slower. I feel like I get too involved in my thoughts sometimes, that I want a little bit of guidance. So sometimes I'll give myself the guidance I need for a little bit and then let the rest kind of go from there. But release any judgment or any expectations, because every single session is going to feel different for you. Some days you may breeze through 30 minutes like it's nothing, and on other days 5 minutes is all you can take. But like I said before, just taking that time and being consistent with it is probably one of the most important things. So kind of play with those techniques and see what works for you. I hope this information was helpful, and let me know if you have any suggestions as to what works for you in your practice, or if these things work for you. That's great. I'd love to hear your feedback, and thank you for watching.